Hello guys, and welcome back to another Tweaker Man video. So this video is my review of the Sony XA9000ES SACD player. So we're going to start with the front panel here. So we've got some controls there. So we've got time text, menu, multi or 2-channel, SACD and CD, and iLink. Moving over, here's the disc tray, and we've got our other functions, and then this is a nice skip button, or dial I should say, so you can skip tracks nice and easy by just turning it. Okay, and then there's obviously our phone level input there for listening through headphones. So let's move to the back of this unit and take a look at the connections and all the inputs at the back. So moving to the back of the unit, here we have all the connections for 5.1 surround sound, and there we have our analog output connectors. That's what I use, plugs. I only use this on 2-channel. Moving over to our digital outs, you've got a coaxial and an optical. Then there's a audio out iLink S200, which is obviously to connect to either a servicing unit or another Sony component. I'm not entirely sure. And then to the right, we've got our IEC input, AC input. Now, the only criticism of this machine is it don't have any balanced XLR inputs, which a player of this quality should do. So that's my only criticism with this unit. So this unit has a very nice drawer, and it's very smooth. It opens and closes extremely smooth. Now it's really solidly built. You can see at the side there, it's extremely solid. It doesn't wobble like a lot of this player drawers do. It's and this front piece here is made of aluminium or aluminum if you're in the States. But us in the UK, we prefer to call it aluminium, as it should sound. You'll probably disagree, but there we go. Yeah, so that's a really nice solid drawer. It's very responsive, this player, as well. You don't have to wait for it to make its mind up to pull out the drawer like some of them do. Just it opens and shuts really nice and smooth. The only other poor part about this is the inspiring remote control. It's just, I wouldn't say it was worthy of a player of this quality. It's just very plasticky and yeah, just very uninspiring, which is a shame really, because you'd like a nice metal remote control really, but they've undersold it really with this, which is as I say, not that great. But apart from that, everything else is great. So we've removed the lid, and to the left here we have 2 transformers. Okay, that's our inputs there from the IEC plug. And then down here we have a power supply there. Now this power supply is using Digicon fine gold capacitors, electrolytics. Okay, then moving on to the middle there, that looks like the second power supply there, which is using again Digicon gold, fine gold electrolytic capacitors. There's some heat sinks in there. Okay, now on the top here, that looks like where the clock is. I've never seen inside this player until today, so I've just opened this up. So I don't know that much about the inside of it. I thought I'd just give you a quick glimpse. So moving on to the right here, that looks like the DAC side of it. So they're also using Digicon I think it says fine gold. It's either fine gold or line gold, and they're using Elna capacitors there as well. They are actually called Silimac, I think that's what they're called. Or let's see if we can hone in on there so you can see it. There you go. Silmic capacitors there as well. So moving down here is what's called the audio module. So you can see how compact this player is. This player weighs 37 pounds. It really is heavy. So even it's got a nice copper plate there under the transformers there. So this is stuffed full of equipment. So you can see the amount of work that's gone in producing this. This is a quality piece of equipment made by Sony. This was their flagship model back in 2003. So this is really 19 years old, really, although I've still got the receipt for this, which I'll show you in a minute. So here's the receipt. Yeah, £2,579.98 was paid for this, and it was actually purchased in 2004. So yeah, so fairly expensive. This player's not quite as good as the one I used to have when I ran the audio business, but it's not far off it. It's very still a very good player. So the build quality of this is outstanding as well. Very heavy, as I said, 37 pounds. Nice lumps of aluminium. Nice steel back plate there. The front is a nice piece of milled aluminium there. Yeah, so you can see where the money's gone into building this. So this is the top plate, really nice heavy steel top plate. This is quite weighty just on its own, and they've put some bits of dampening on the top there for any ringing that comes on with it. So before I start with my my review on the sound quality, these are all the specs, the specifications of the unit here. I thought I'd just show you them, saves me reading them all out. Okay, the funny part about it is I inherited this, as a lot of you know, from my uncle, and I've still got the original box up in the loft, which I found in his loft as I was clearing his house out, and I've put it straight in my loft, and it is mint. So it's still brand new, with all of the brand new looking, with all the insides of the box, the what do you call it now, polystyrene inserts and everything. I've got all of the manuals, and as I showed previously, still the receipt. So this comes with loads of different manuals here for different countries. So we've still got all of everything that came with it. So let's move on now to my idea of the sound quality of this unit. So moving on to the sound quality of this unit, I would say it has a crystal clear sound with an abundance of detail. This player has a very natural sound also in all aspects. Imaging is very precise with a nice open soundstage. It has a good transient response without edginess. Bass is very strong but not overblown, but well defined. Vocals also come across very precise and very natural and extremely clear. So the only thing I would say about this player is being 19 years old now, the DAC in it is fairly, I would say it's a bit outdated. SACD sounds wicked on it, really good, but the CD doesn't sound as good. So what I do is put it through the Roxanne K3 DAC, which some of you already know, and this really does give the CD a lift to a lot higher quality sound than it does playing it normally just through the Sony on its own. So I started listening to Jazz at the Pawn Shop on Super Audio CD, and in my opinion, Super Audio CD sounds a lot more analog sounding than a standard CD. You get that, I don't like using that term warm feeling, because I think it gets overused, and I don't always think that vinyl always sounds warm sounding to me. Sometimes it doesn't. But this particular disc does sound very analog sounding. Lovely sound stage. That it has got that more, I'm not sure how to explain it actually, but we'll call it warmth for now, but it's not exactly what I want to, what I'd like to say really. And it's the same for Diana Krall. This is a great CD, a great SACD for listening tests as well. And for the standard CD, I've been listening to Stacey Kent collection. So this player doesn't sound as good with a standard CD. So as I say, what I've been doing is putting the player through the Roxanne K3 DAC. Now, through the Roxanne K3 DAC, this disc sounds superb. Now, this is a 24 karat gold plated disc. So instead of using aluminium, they're using 24 karat gold. And through this player, it sounds outstanding. So that's what I've been listening to do the testing on this player. I would say, well, the difference between a standard CD played through the Roxanne K3 DAC and an SACD just played through the standard player, it brings the standard CD closer to an SACD, but without that real analog sound that an SACD produces. So all in all, a very nice player, very well built, extremely heavy, excellent sound quality for £2,500 back in 2003 when it was first produced. So I think we're finished there. So all I've got to say is thanks for watching another Tweaker Man video. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give this video a like. Don't forget to press that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And thank you for watching, guys.